Hey, this is your girl, Miss Yella Diva, giving you an episode of Love and Marriage Huntsville. Oh, season 8, episode 7, Love and Lockup. I'm trying, y'all. I'm really trying. But these episodes are not really giving to me. They're not really giving. But I keep trying to review it. I'm trying to stand strong. I'm trying to stand strong, people. All right. So the episode begins with the ending of the last episode where Tisha was drunk and going off on everybody. So, the last episode ended where Stormy was like, why you say pop some pills? And she was like, you heard me. You heard me. I meant that or whatever. And I was just like, and so Stormy was like, whatever. And so then Tisha was like, I RSVP for the event, but I still have some questions. And everybody was like, you RSVP and you what you RSVP for when you got questions? Kimmy was like, listen, you are over the top, okay? So then she turned her attention to Nell. And so they were like, so all the ladies get up and leave except for Nell and Tisha. And so Tisha mad. This is how petty this is. She mad because Nell had talked to somebody in the blogs about how she is a mentor to Tisha. And Tisha mad because she's not a mentor to Tisha. And who cares? Who cares? Okay? Stupid, petty. You mad about that? You blew up all of that for that. I don't understand. So they going off. Maurice asked Chris, is he okay? Chris was like, yeah, they go through that every time they get together. And then Maurice said the same thing, that when they get together, they he said when the women get together, they always argue. And so they flash back to like when there were some arguments. The women got together and there were some arguments. And Maurice is looking confused. He just looking like. So, yeah, so Tisha was like, I'm not with the BS anymore this year. I'm not gonna fake the funk this year. And so Nell was like, yeah, that is fine. But she's like, you were aggressive with me, and I don't understand it. She said, you blindsided me. And I said, yeah. So Stormy and Courtney is by the door talking to Marceau, and Marceau said, I thought Courtney, hold on, let me back that up. Marceau said he thought that Stormy and Tisha wasn't friends. So they were confused why they got the invitation. And Courtney said, well, listen, we don't hold grudges. in this family, we don't hold grudges. And Marceau said, yeah, but we do. And so they were like, yeah, that is, so that's your problem. That's not ours. That's your problem. Tisha and Marceau's problem, not Courtney and Stormy problem, basically. And so, and so, and so Maurice jumps in. He was like, well, I thought we weren't even going to discuss this at Nell's party. And so Marceau was like, well, we'll just discuss this at your party, talking to Stormy and Courtney. Courtney was like, because we got security. Courtney said, no, you're not going to talk about this at our party because we got security. Okay, we got security. You can come in and you expect to talk if you want to, but you going to get escorted out just like Tisha got escorted out in Melody's party. You could get escorted out too. So the next day, Chris and Courtney and Martell meet up. And according to Courtney, these are the only people he messed with. He messed with Martell. He messed with Chris. He don't mess with them Scots, Maurice or Marceau. Okay, but they throw football around, and they talk about Melody and Martell being in the same spot, And they were in, because Courtney was like, well, where were you? Martell was like, I wasn't invited. And he said, oh, you weren't invited. And so Chris was like, yeah, Nell told me that, he wasn't invited, and I had to grant her wishes because it is her party. So Stormy, and so, but they said that Martell was going to be at Stormy's and Courtney's event because he is one of the models, but he needs to get in shape. So Tisha's doing her mom duties, and Marceau, Tisha asked Marceau about, as she talked to Maurice and Kimmy about the project, and he said no, he hadn't talked to him and everything like that. And so, but in the confessional, Tisha, you needed to get a bigger dress. That dress was too small for you. It was pretty, but it was too small for you. I digress. Anyway, so Tisha said that she don't want the project, Kimmy and Maurice's project, to affect her and Kimmy's relationship. And if it is, it is. If it ain't, it ain't. It is, you really can't help that. Tisha said that Mel wanted to talk to Marceau about his comments after Martell was arrested. Apparently, he said, free Martell. It is what it is. So, Marceau wanted to talk to Tisha about how she was at Nell's party. And Tisha was like, they said I got liquid courage, but she was like, no, that's just me. I'm just not basically gonna take that stuff like I did previous seasons. I'm telling you what happened. The previous season, especially last season, when Stormy called Marceau, Bicth, Mama D. And she ain't say nothing. She didn't utter a word, and she called him that quite a few times, and she ain't say nothing. That is the problem. The problem is that she didn't say anything, and so the internet got on her. So now she trying to be all bold, and just be a hot mess. That's a good answer. A hot mess. So Marceau said, listen, when getting down in the gutter with them makes you as low as them. And then he said, man, we also have to talk about accountability. And so she was just like, what? And he was like, and so she was like, I don't hold, you think I don't hold myself accountable? And, it took him a little while, but he said, yeah, I don't think you hold yourself accountable. And he said, and your MO is to get defensive. And then she said, she don't want to talk about this no more. And so he was like, okay, we won't talk about it. We're going to sweep this under the rug, basically, like they always do. Okay. Mel meets up with Stormy. Stormy invites her to her friends and lovers, and and she was like, what's the attire? And she's like, formal, semi-formal, whatever. And then when she finds out that Stormy has Martell modeling for her in this same event, she said no, she won't be there. She was just like, I can't do Martell. So it is what it is. Martell and Trisha work out. I want to say that's the end, but I can't. Oh, and she said, why weren't you at Nell's party? He said I wasn't invited. And then she was like, well, are you going to know me like, at Stormy's event, or are you going to pretend like you don't know me? And he was like, I just ain't seen you in a long time. And so then they talking about Ken is a side dude because she's still married. Whatever. Mel and Martell meet up. Mel and Marceau meet up. And she asked him how the expo went. And she said, did you have keynote speakers? And he said, yeah, we had 3 of them. Did you do what'd she say? Did you have sponsors? And he was like, yeah. And she was like, did you have a panel? She said, yeah. She said, these are all my suggestions. He was like, yeah, we took your suggestions, even though last season Tisha wasn't trying to hear none of Mel's suggestions. But now but they took all of the suggestions, and apparently the Black Expo went well this season. But Mel asked why Marceau said free Martell. Yeah. But, because Mel said, whenever people ask them about them, Marceau and Tisha, she said she don't say anything. So she couldn't understand why Marceau had something to say about Martell and Mel. So that's where the episode ended. It is what it is, man. This show get on my nerves. It is what it is. This is your girl, Michelle Adiva, signing off. Give me a thumbs up, like, share, and subscribe. And I thank you for watching. Bye.